l'audience publique. Dans son discours d'ouverture, le président de l'Assemblée, Mr. Carson, affirme son intention de faire sortir de l'ombre l'organisation AIMSAG, qui étudie les PAN, et tient à déstigmatiser ce sujet d'enquête.
More than 50 years ago, the U.S. government ended Project Blue Book, an effort to catalog and understand sightings of objects in the air that could not otherwise be explained. For more than 20 years, that project had treated unidentified anomalies in our airspace as a national security threat to be monitored and investigated. In 2017, we learned for the first time that the Department of Defense had quietly restarted a similar organization tracking what we now call unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. For short, today we will bring that organization out of the shadows. This hearing and oversight work has a simple idea at its core. Unidentified aerial phenomena are a potential national security threat, and they need to be treated that way. For too long, the stigma associated with UAPs has gotten in the way of good intelligence analysis. Pilots avoided reporting or were laughed at when they did. DoD officials relegated the issue to the back room or swept it under the rug entirely, fearful of a skeptical national security community. Today, we know better. UAPs are unexplained, it's true, but they are real. They need to be investigated, and many threats they pose need to be mitigated. Under Secretary Moultrie, Mr. Bray.
Il affirme avec fermeté que les PAN sont bel et bien réels et qu'ils pourraient poser une menace pour la sécurité nationale des États-Unis. Ensuite, Chairman Schiff réaffirme que ces objets sont mesurables et qu'il y a un intérêt certain à les étudier pour, entre autres choses, des questions de sécurité nationale.
There is something there, measurable by multiple instruments, and yet it seems to move in directions that are inconsistent with what we know of physics or science more broadly. And that to me poses questions of tremendous interest and as well as potential national security significance. So we look forward to hearing what you're able to report to us today in open session, and I want to thank Chairman.
La transparence sur ce dossier est évidemment exigée et sous-jacente à toute l'entreprise de divulgation. Sur ce point, l'honorable Ronald Moultrie évoque le désir de rester le plus possible transparent tout en préservant fermés les rideaux de l'arrière-scène de l'enquête.
With regard to the importance of transparency, the department is fully committed to the principle of openness and accountability to the American people. However, we are also mindful of our obligation to protect sensitive sources and methods. Our goal is to strike that delicate balance, one that enables us to maintain the public's trust while preserving those capabilities that are vital to the support of our service personnel.
On sent l'hésitation dans la deuxième partie de son énoncé et que l'argument de la sacro-sainte sécurité nationale pourra toujours être mis de l'avant. Plus loin, la question cruciale des capacités militaires des adversaires est soulevée par Chairman Schiff, à savoir si un État ennemi ou adversaire aurait sous son contrôle des moyens de propulsion non discernables. La réponse de Mr. Bray, co-directeur du renseignement naval, est sans hésitation.
That's pretty intriguing. And if you're able to answer this in this setting, are we aware of any foreign adversary capable of moving objects without any discernible means of propulsion?
I think I would, without discernible means of propulsion, I would say that we're not aware of any adversary that can move an object without discernible means of propulsion.
Ces objets ne seraient donc pas russes ou chinois ou d'un autre pays, mais comment peut-il en être si sûr si la R&D militaire américaine ne possède pas la connaissance de ces hyper-technologies? De toute façon, si ces bolides sont ceux de nos ennemis, les autorités ne feraient jamais de sortie publique pour en claironner leur existence, ce qui serait un aveu de leur propre impuissance technologique et donc militaire. Devant ce constat, on mesure l'importance d'une des thèses sur les ovnis au 20e siècle qui alléguait que ces apparitions étaient l'objet d'une campagne de désinformation, en particulier durant la guerre froide, pour couvrir toutes sortes d'appareils et de missions aériennes non officielles. La confusion sur ces objets volants est encore plus grande lorsque les militaires impuissants se retrouvent face à face avec ces phénomènes et que leur sécurité en est affectée.
It's also been reported that there have been UAP observed and interacting with and flying over sensitive military facilities, particularly, and not just ranges, but some facilities housing our strategic nuclear forces. One such incident allegedly occurred at Malmstrom Air Force Base, in which 10 of our nuclear ICBMs were rendered inoperable. At the same time, a glowing red orb was observed overhead. I'm not commenting on the accuracy of this. I'm simply asking you whether you're aware of it and whether you have any comment on the accuracy of that report.
Let me pass that to Mr. Bray if you've been looking at UAPs over the last 3 years.
That data is not within the holdings of the UAP task force.
Okay, but are you aware of the report, or that the data exists somewhere?
I have heard stories. I have not seen the official data on that.
So you've just seen informal stories, no official assessment that you've done or exists within DoD that you're aware of regarding the Malmstrom incident?
All I can speak to is what's within my cognizance of the UAP task force, and we have not looked at that incident.
Well, I would say, it's a pretty high-profile incident. I don't claim to be an expert on this, but that's out there in the ether. You're the guys investigating it. I mean, who else is doing it?
If something was officially brought to our attention, we would look at it. There are many things that are out there in the ether that aren't officially brought to our attention.
So how would it have to be officially brought to your attention? I'm bringing it to your attention.
Sure, so,
this is pretty official.
Sure. So we'll go back and take a look at it, but generally there is some authoritative figure that says there is an incident that occurred. We'd like you to look at this. But in terms of just tracking what may be in the media that says that something occurred at this time, at this place, there are probably a lot of leads that we would have to follow up on. I don't think we have resource to do that right now.
Well, I don't claim to be an authoritative figure, but for what it's worth, I would like you to look into it. And
sure.
If for no other reason, you could dismiss it and say this is not worth wasting resources on.
Dans cet extrait, Mr. Gallagher évoque l'incident de la base militaire Malmstrom, très célèbre et de multiples fois documenté dans les médias américains. Le manque d'ouverture devant la question du sénateur est notable. Le plaidoyer d'ignorance et le relais immédiat de la question entre Mr. Moultrie et Mr. Bray est aussi notable. Il est toutefois vrai que tout incident d'avant 2004 ne fait pas partie de leur mandat et qu'ils ne sont pas tenus de commenter ce qui est en dehors de leur mandat. Il faut aussi considérer que cette audience publique, encore une fois pour des raisons de sécurité nationale, fut suivie d'un entretien privé. Il est possible de présumer que les questions et réponses obtenues dans ces échanges privés jetèrent un faisceau d'éclairage plus intense sur tous les tenants et aboutissants des PAN.